Oh, hey there. Welcome to Ollie's World. Have you ever been watching a gig on TV or seen someone on social media having the time of their lives on a night out, and you're just sitting there on the sofa like, oh, woe is me. How I wish I was there doing that thing, getting all proper FOMO and het up, like, why am I not cool enough to be out and about there? Why do I have no cool friends? Just raging on the sofa in your pyjamas, just getting mad at other people, the world, all that. Well, when you're feeling like that, all you gotta do is remember this. Yes, there are some people at that gig, that night out, that thing, having the fucking time of their lives. A night they'll tell everyone else about for weeks to come. But also, there are other people there, a hell of a lot more people, having an absolute shiter at that gig, that night out. They're not enjoying themselves. They're arguing with their mates. They're getting too pissed. And all that extra pressure to enjoy themselves at something they've paid good money to attend is only going to be making them feel worse. So really, be thankful that you just sat there in your own company and not feeling like you have to be really enjoying yourself at some expensive rubbish nightclub. You'll have plenty more opportunities to enjoy yourself, be it next month, next weekend, maybe even tomorrow. And as for those people who are having the time of their lives, well, it's all downhill for them from here. They'll be trying and failing to have a night out as good as this one for the rest of their lives. Always searching for an experience as good as this one, always failing. Looking at photos of tonight, wishing they could go back to it and experience it just one more time. So if you're not really feeling like you're having a good time, if you're not feeling like you're having the time of your life, that's a good thing. Because you still have that feeling, that experience to look forward to. Hope that helps. Oh, and just before we get on with the rest of the show, if everything I just said before isn't enough for you, see that person having a great time, posting their pictures, just imagine punching them right in their big, stupid, cocksure, grinning mouth. And when they're down on the ground, kicking them in a bit more, kicking them as they're down, proper fucking beating them up. Blood everywhere, they're fucking writhing in pain, having a terrible time. Just imagine that. That should help too. Timothy May here. It's the Karaoke King of Shoreditch. I get a lot of eyes on me as I cut about town. A lot of people want a piece of a living legend. They want a photo, an autograph, maybe just a chat. Each and every interaction with my public, I just love. The fans are what I live for. Lots of my fans are men, of course. Older guys who use me to relive the glory years. Younger guys who want to learn more about karaoke's golden era. I love them all. But I have a special connection to my female fans. Something that's tough to describe. I've reduced countless women to gibbering, blubbing messes with the power of my voice and the intimacy of my art form alone. And I know that every woman who has heard me sing, even if they haven't outwardly expressed it, has felt the powerful surge of emotion within them, and that can manifest itself in many different ways. Let's put it this way. Once the music hits and I do what I do best, I am not liable for what happens to any female in the booth. They might pounce on me. They may have to take a call and end up dumping their husband that night. Or they could become so emotionally out of control that all they can do is throw their cocktail straight in my face. So essentially, when I say I have a special connection to the ladies, I do mean it. When I say I love my fans, I do mean it. Though some I love more voraciously and with greater passion than others. But only a special few can breach the meaty, celebrity barrier I put up to my fans and enter the exclusive caravan of love that is Timothy May, the private life. My latest lady in red was this lovely girl from Cheam. Came into the parlour last Thursday with a couple other honeys, but my eye was squarely on this beautiful busty brunette. And you know I let them have their session, a respectful lover of this art form that I am. And I went back into my booth and prepared a little set list for myself and the buxom lassie. About half an hour later, the ladies re-emerge, off to the bar for another round, so I headed over with them. Before they could order, I cut them off and told the kid manning the bar, "4 Baby Janes, senior," and that caught the little missy's attentions. They started hoopering and hollering as I doled out the drinks, and we got straight down to business. I forget the names of the other two, but my bird, Belinda, had her hand down the front of my Wranglers 3 songs into our next session. Don't worry ladies, I repaid the favour, going beneath that lovely red dress and playing water sports, while the other 2 totties were duetting Don't You Want Me. Belinda was whispering along to the chorus in my ear as I was giving her the business, and I thought, oh you beauty. Because while this definitely wasn't the first time I've lent a hand to the Human League, the previous time was a good centimetre of receded hairline ago. So I thought, well, I must be doing something right with busty Belinda here. I'm gonna have to see this bird again. Unfortunately, she and her girlfriends couldn't stay for much longer, as Belinda's babysitter was charging a $5 extra for every hour past 11. And we agreed that was absolutely cheeky, but needs must. So I popped all of them into the back of the cab, gave Belinda a cheeky squeeze on the bum as she climbed in, then flashed the girls for pearls one last time as they got driven off into the night. Certain of a future romantic rendezvous with my delightful divorcee, all I wanted to do with the rest of my night is what I do best. So I grabbed the bar boy just standing there like a lemon, sat him down in my booth, and serenaded him with the bird's finest. My rendition of this tune made Princess Di break down back in the day. So this kid had absolutely no chance of holding back the tears. He was on the floor by the end of the second verse. Oh, I really do love my fans. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Oh, what is wrong with this thing? Why is it doing this? Why does nothing ever fucking work? Oh, okay, what do I have to do? Okay. The blang machine is broken. It just is blanging non-stop. What do I do? Alright, I'll try that. Okay, let's have a look. Is that good? Alright, we're back in business. Sorry about that, everyone. Normal service has resumed. I am often asked by young people about how to earn a living as a creator, as an artist. So many young people are so terribly stressed by the modern, all-encroaching, frightening world that feels like some kind of abnormal machine, and they are all trying to make it through these broken systems, doing something they love. Yet so many are forced to work tiresome, essentially useless jobs that force them to give up their creative passions, their potential contribution to our culture. They lose the time and energy necessary to create, to cultivate a community. So my message is always to quit your job. Use the money you have to find an alternate community to live in. You see it with these communes and whatnot, where you can pursue your true, satisfying human endeavors. And I would hope that a system such as universal basic income could enable us to craft a society capable of allowing everyone to pursue their true purpose. I think that would be a beautiful thing. While I have you, I'd like to tell you about my new premium app called Musing.
a new way of experiencing ambient soundscapes. A completely generative soundscape designed for infinite musical possibilities in real time. I am very excited about all the potential this app has to offer. And for just £24.99, I hope you are as excited by this potential as I am. So while you consider and execute your move to a creative and fulfilling communal life before you quit your job completely, please consider supporting me, Daryl Ono, by using the new musical app. Thank you very much.
So I've just heard from your mates actually, and while you're listening to this, they're actually having just the most amazing time at somewhere that you're not invited to. So yeah, I just wanted to see how that made you feel. Ah, good stuff. You were listening to me earlier about all the FOMO stuff and how you shouldn't play into it. Fantastic, mate. But seriously, they are having just a fantastic time, and without you, and you're just sat here at home or on the bus listening to this shite. So I think I know who's winning here. Ah, got you again. You're doing fine, mate. Don't worry. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. You're doing great.
Midwest America, late August. Summertime is almost over, and fall is almost here. Maybe this is the last time you'll be able to see your friends. Maybe you're suffering from seasonal depression. Maybe you and your sweetheart have to go separate ways as you head off to different colleges. Whatever the reason is, you're feeling sad, you're feeling emotional, and you need the most depressing, most miserable 4-disc CD DVD set of Midwest emo and indie music. All of your favorite indie and emo bands in one collection for the first time. Wow, that sounds like Midwest emo and indie music, including American football. Let's just forget everything sad, everything we did. Best friends, better halves. Pin back, and the ripped ones say goodbye, while the others meet attached somewhere. At least they're shared future islands. As possessions fade, new hearts doubt, but you are golden, and no one questions it. And many more. Wow, that sounds like Midwest emo and indie music. Available now at all atmospheric indie record stores, because it's cool to feel miserable.
It is a grave day. A grave old day indeed. My wife, the good lady Smythe Thomas, has passed away at the tender age of 78. Born in the Blitz, she was. Not anywhere that was actually bombed, of course. She wasn't a poor. but she carried that brave and noble spirit of those times throughout her entire life, right to the very end. Her passing has particularly affected me, more so than the deaths of my 3 previous wives, because I was in fact in the room with her at the moment she rose after those pearly gates. You see, we would always take our afternoon tea together in the drawing room, to spend time with each other and discuss our day's activities, such as where she had gone shopping in the morning, or which member of the help I had berated for doing a poor job cleaning my chambers. And oh, how joyous it used to be to share this time with my good lady wife, to hear her laugh and see her smile at all my stories. To gaze upon her visage every day had been a treat for several years. However, as recently as last year, I had grown weary of my lady and my daily arrangement with her. The same time, the same woman, the same damn tea every single day of my life, and there was no escape from it, no escape. If I pretended to be ill or even on death's door, the tea would be moved from the drawing room into my chambers, and my wife would spend all evening trying to nurse me back to health. If I said I was out on important engagements that afternoon, I would still be required to telephone her for the entire duration of her time spent sitting and drinking her tea. Even if I outright said, "Damn the tea, I'm going to go play croquet instead," my good lady would insist on playing too. And oh, how I was loath to say no to such a graceful countenance. Alas, as much as I used to enjoy spending time with my lady, where once my heart fluttered, it was now needled, as she had taken to asking me incessant, aggravating questions and conundrums, annoying me with pointless small talk, when all I wished to do was drink my tea and relax in such lovely, beautiful company. Finally, one tea time, as I sat down and my lady asked me whether I preferred white or grey doilies, and had I heard Lord Brackenbridge Farley had raised a horse to win such and such a race, and on and on she went about absolutely nothing at all, and finally, at that moment, I knew I had no other choice. There was no other way to resolve this issue. So that night, after dinner, I sought out my maid Lucinda, took her to a secluded section of the manor cellars, and asked her, at tea time the next day, to ensure that Lady Smythe Thomas's tea did not have 2 sugars added to it, but rather 2 teaspoons of rodenticide. Before she could object or even just question any further, I slipped her a wad of £10 notes, about as large as a small child's head, gave her a wink, and she knew the score. Lucinda has always been a good sport when asked to aid me in my pursuits, whether that be distracting Lord Loddington while I trampled his prized flower display, or now murdering my 4th wife in such a horrible, horrible manner. No, Lucinda is a treasure, and one that I intend to preserve for longer than any Lady Smythe Thomas. So of course, at tea time next afternoon, the inevitable occurs. I hear the thud of the good lady's mug hitting the carpet. I turn to her chair to see her head lolled to one side. I check her pulse, completely gone. It was a ghastly scene, utterly ghastly. But there really was nothing else I could do. It was the only way to resolve this issue, the only way. And really, if my lady wife didn't want to have her inside systematically destroyed, a fate usually reserved only for common pests, she really should have remained as pleasant to be around as she always used to be, and not annoyed me to such an extent. Anyway, I'm about to leave to attend her funeral now. When I return, it should be around late afternoon, and I'll be able to have a nice, relaxing, quiet, undisturbed cup of tea. Hey, guys, quiet down. We don't want to disturb. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Oh, us? Oh, yeah, we've had a brilliant night, yeah, great banter, so much adventure. Oh, mate, I can't believe you missed it. Oh, but you were busy, right? Listening to, what were you listening to? Ollie's World? What the fuck is that?